What's good, guys? It's your boy BmanDaKilla. Before you watch the video, do me a favor, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate that. I'm on the road to 1K and beyond. Also, hit that thumbs up to the video. Greatly appreciate that. Keeps me motivated to make videos, and also share the video around as well. I like getting this stuff out there to you guys. And if you got anyone else that's interested in my content, we greatly appreciate that. With that being said, hope you guys enjoy the video.
So it's your boy BmanDaKilla. I'm back with another video for you guys. So we're gonna look at an article that was published today by IGN in regards to everything new and what we learned about Gamescom. Now Gamescom has been going on for about a week and some change, and a lot has been coming out, not just with Kakarot but with other games as well. But the main event for Kakarot is that they released a trailer for the Cell Saga, giving us a more in-depth with the relationship between Goku and Gohan. Now, I did do a reaction to that and everything. If you want to check that out, I will have everything in the card on the screen at the end of the video. But also, too, as well, after this portion, we will be going over some more screenshots that were also revealed. So we're going to check those out, too, as well. But let's do one thing at a time. So let's go hop into it. If you want to check out the original link to this article, it will be in the description down below, as well as the homie Ken, courtesy to him, for the screenshot. So without further ado, let's go and hop into it. So it says the DBZ Kakarot is shaping up to be one of the most faithful recreations of Dragon Ball Z's story ever told in video game form. And while it's being framed as the story of Goku, yeah, because originally people were thinking that this game only focused around Goku, it was later found out there would be more playable characters other than Goku, so that was good, because a lot of people were really concerned, because Goku, even though he's the main character, he didn't really do all of the major things. You know what I'm saying? There was a time and place where he wasn't around and other characters had to step up to be the main protagonist. So that's good. We learned that at Gamescom that many have already suspected, Goku's not the only playable character. Gohan, Piccolo, Vegeta, and Trunks have also been announced as playable characters, with Tien, Chaozu, and Krillin serving to be support characters. Yes, Trunks has recently been announced as the 5th playable character to be announced on the roster. So there's a total of 5 characters so far. I spoke with Rasuki Hara, the producer of Cyberconnect 2 for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, about how the characters will differ from each other and how player progression will work for multiple characters. The abilities in general of the characters are very similar in order to be user friendly, even for people who play these games for the first time. But on the other hand, you are able to raise different skills and parameters for each character, says Hara. Now that is basically saying that we will have a skill tree, particularly on certain moves such as maybe key attacks, combos, assuming, and things like that. So there will be a skill tree or something in regards to the whole RPG as far as buffing up certain stats on your character depending who you're playing with. Sure enough, my hands-on time with Gohan felt very similar to the time I spent playing as Goku at E3. Though Gohan has a technique called Rapid Fire Key Wave. Now, if you remember that in the playthrough, there was a part where Cell made multiple versions of himself, and that Gohan managed to do kind of really it's called Key Barrage Wave, as I remember as from Tekken 3, and he just used a whole bunch of Key Blasts kind of to destroy all of the copy replicas of Cell. So basically that allows the player to slow down action down, tag a bunch of enemies with their crosshair, and then shoot 20 Key Blasts that all go towards the enemies you target. It all felt very Source Web escape in the best way, in the best kind of way, and was especially helpful in the fight against Cell once he splits into a whole bunch of weaker versions of himself. That's basically what I was saying. Hara said that there's all be story-based power-ups based on the original story, like Goku learning Kaioken. Yes, that is good to know that he is learning Kaioken, because I have not seen him do any Kaioken ever. Just when Super Saiyan. I'm sorry, personally, I'm a big fan of Kaioken over Super Saiyan, but that's just me. After training with King Kai and learning how to turn Super Saiyan after certain events on planet Namek. Beyond that, there will be a skill tree, which I just said, where players can level up specific moves. For example, you can upgrade your Kamehameha to level 2, 3, etc. Now, meaning that if you remember way back when they showed Piccolo's gameplay, there seems to be different variations of certain moves. Like there was one where Piccolo was kind of doing a special beam cannon, and then there was another part where he actually does cinematic special beam cannon. So I'm not sure if they're referring to that of the whole upgrade aspect of that. If that the more you upgrade the skill of the particular move or technique, that I guess the more epic it looks when you actually use the attack. As far as for switching characters in and out goes, big story missions are locked to whatever character is technically involved in the fight, but there also will be times where you'll be able to choose what character you want to take into battle, which makes sense because if it's a story driven game, you want to keep it canon to what's particularly in the story, so that would make sense. So if people are getting mad, maybe afterwards then you do the main story, you can try to do free mode and kind of switch it up a little bit, use different characters and stuff like that. That's cool, because you know in Dragon Ball Z games we've always had what if stories, scenarios, stuff like that, so I don't think it's a big issue. If it is to someone, I don't know what to tell you, but don't get the game then if it's going to be a big issue for you. On the support front, when the situation allows for it, players can bring up to 2 support characters that can be called upon to do unique techniques. Tien, Krillin for instance, can both use Solar Flare, while Yamcha can use a Spirit Ball to continuously hit an enemy, especially locking them down for a short while. Now I'm going to do a video discussing the support characters, because I do have a question that I want to talk about and have a discussion about it, but I'm not going to say it right now because I don't want to get up the idea, but I want to do a discussion here talking about that. I also asked Howard-san about whether or not we'll hear any other iconic Dragon Ball Z themes like Chala Head, Chala, which is featured in the original version of the Raditz battle, to which he replied, Chala Head Chala was the original song that was implemented in its original version, but there will also be other background music that were adapted from the original version. Finally, when I asked whether or not players will be actively beginning the hunt throughout Dragon Ball Z Kakarot for the 7 Dragon Balls, Hara replied by saying that there are actually a hint in the Raditz demo about that, but he wouldn't go any specific about that. Okay, so regarding Dragon Balls, that was another thing too. So I'm wondering, is Dragon Balls are going to be just part of a story base, or is it going to be like story and also like free base? And once we acquire them, will they be for free use or part of story? That's my question. So let's keep going. The hint likely refers to Enter Dragon Balls next to the mini-map, which wasn't during the E3 demo. The question is whether or not the Dragon Balls will be part of some sort of side quest, or not would they be part of a main quest during key points of the story in which the Dragon Balls need to recover Wish Goku back to life through the same saga, or when they need it to be collected on Planet Namek. I mean, if that's what they're doing, I think that's cool with the whole story base. Maybe some people may not agree with that, but if CC2 is going for a strict story-driven game, this is part of the story process. Like I said, once after the main story stuff is done, I'm pretty sure there should be a way you could just collect Dragon Balls and do what you want to do with them as far as your own use, like getting more attack, getting more, whatever the case is. But if they're doing the story first, let them tell the story first, and then worry about the free stuff afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So, and finally, we learned that hands-on time that bench struggles are in, and they are awesome. It felt very cool to be able to identify that Cell was charged with a Kamehameha and able to fire if only to have met in the middle of a trigger button mashing mini games to see who being wins, and simply Dragon Ball Z at its best. Yeah, so basically, like I said, I did a video talking about basically being struggles are confirmed in the game, and so you'll see in the screenshot I did about that, it was that basically showing that being struggles are confirmed. So alright, so that's pretty much the article. Basically, we know that Kakarot's gonna come out 2020 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Now let's go and head over to some screenshots, and let's kind of discuss a little bit more about it. Now, some of these screenshots I'm going to be posting are going to be self-explanatory, so, you know, there's nothing more I can say. But, of course, we have more Gohan screenshots with him doing Super Saiyan 2. We have another one doing a Beam Clash, probably with Cell. Then we have another one, it looks like Gohan's fighting a Frieza soldier. Looks like it's a pool. And I'm wondering what took place around there for that to happen. Is this probably before the fight or whatever? But I am curious to see what led to that fight between Gohan and the Frieza Force. Next, we have more interesting screenshots. Is what I wanted to talk about is more of Trunks, because not a lot of screenshots have came out for Trunks, but we do know he's in the game. As you see, first one, he's kind of doing that whole, there's a thing called surge, I think, so it's kind of like an awakening, kind of like with Dragon Ball Fighters when you have like the sparkling effect that gives you kind of like a really good buff. If you're trying to make a comeback, that's what he's doing. Or he could possibly be turned into Super Saiyan, either or. The next one we have him fighting Meta Frieza or Mecha Frieza, however you want to call him. Looks like he's doing his slash attack, giving him the wet work real quick with his blade. Very nice clean screenshot. That's very clean. I like how his design looks and everything. Looks really clean, look really nice. Next we have the whole Frieza spaceship right before Goku came and everything. You see everyone in the back. You got Piccolo on the left, got Tien, Krillin, Vegeta, Chaozu, Yamcha, Gohan, Paul, and Bulma. And they're looking like, God damn, that's a big ass ship. It is a big ass ship. So that's a cool, interesting screenshot. Of course, we have 2 more screenshots. We have a really good picture of Han, you know, in his whole outfit, Piccolo outfit on it. Piccolo gave to him and everything, and his Super Saiyan base form. And then the other one we have a more base form of Trunks holding a sword. Both designs looks very nice, very clean, very just gotta give it thumbs up. And then the last picture I want to talk about is this one. Looks very interesting, and this is the hub world, or kind of the more visual of what it's like to be in the city. Now, if you don't know, we're gonna have NPCs. Now, I'm wondering how the interaction will be between the player and the NPCs, because we already know that we're going to be in the city in some shape or form, because we're going to have the driver's license mini game. So if we're going to be doing that, then we're gonna most likely gonna have missions or side missions where we're going to do stuff for people in the city. I'm wondering how the whole interaction thing will it be with certain characters. Now, it may not be as in depth as we want to be, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be enough depth to be like, oh, okay, maybe they remember Goku from what he did when he was a kid, or something that they might have seen from outside the city, where maybe Piccolo saved someone from getting hurt or something like that, like something like along around that. And so I'm really curious to see how that will be like and everything. And maybe things would change in it later down the line and stuff like that. But it's cool to see that we actually see live. Looks like it's very lively. A lot of people walking around, you know, cars going by and stuff like that. And when it comes to making a hub world or some kind of you know, open, semi-open world, that's part of the experience. That you actually want to see people, you know, interacting with you, talking to you, hunting you down with the next, you know, those interactions where someone has an exclamation point like, hey, I need your help, I need your help, I need your help, I need your help, and they're, you know, chasing you down, whatever, you know. And a very good example is with Spider-Man, you know, and you know, you can, there's a part when you like, when you're down on the ground and stuff, and you're just pretty much just, you know, talking to people, they wave at you, and they like, hey, let's take a picture together and stuff like that. Like, that's cool. That's, those little details makes the game just a lot more experienceable, and just like, oh man, they know who I am, I'm Goku, or oh, they know who I am, I'm Trunks, or they like, hey, I like your outfit, looks cool. Like, those side of things really mean a lot, you know, as far as when it comes to games like this, you know. It's always the smaller things that make a game good, you know, other than the bigger stuff like, oh, this and this. Some stuff when it comes to DBZ always should be essential. Beam struggles, transformations and all that, because that's what made it what. But having like really good interaction, dialogue with like stuff that like that was like main scene filler, but what made story is what I look for and everything, because that's part of what makes the game feel authentic and just enjoying and engaging, so that you can just feel like you're really living the Dragon Ball history as your favorite characters, you know, and that you look up to. So, you know, just seeing these screenshots and, you know, seeing that they're taking this raw of this whole in-depthness of everything, it just makes me more hyped, because we're probably not gonna get anything like this in a very long time. So I'm pretty excited. With that being said, I'm going to end the video here. Let me know you guys' thoughts about the article and any of the screenshots. I would like to know you guys' feedback on that. Thank you to everybody that's been supporting me. We're almost close to 700 subs. We just hit 662 yesterday. I did a live stream for the last couple of days trying to get Kaioken Blue Goku. I'm almost Hopefully I'm gonna get almost close to getting him. I've been grinding off screen to try to get some more chrono crystals so I can try to do summoning, which I'm gonna do in a kind of a separate video to see. Hopefully we get him, but if not, I'll probably just do a live stream, either or. But yeah, be on the lookout for that as well. With that being said, we guys enjoyed the video once again. Thumbs up, subscribe if you're new and everything. We're on the road to 1K. Killer Gang, you know how the fuck we do. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.
Win the bag, yeah, the rebels, nigga, we the fucking best. Y'all don't want it, y'all can't want it, y'all shouldn't want it, we the worst opponent. Got so much thing, got so many problems, got so many haters, they the motivators. I'm a cake chaser, not a hoe chase, I'm a money maker. Fuck a hater.